Throw Gang, we are joined by the American Jugalo, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself, the Stripey Sultan, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys with today's full episode, only available on
Patreon.com/throwingfits.
Correct. Damn, enunciation on pernt.
Yeah, baby.
Before we get into $2,000 scotch, Hammock guys, and the GOAT IG thoughts, let's get into some motherfucking housekeeping for the second week in a row.
Yeah. Not to keep pushing spicy, tasty Fire Johns down your throat.
This is who we are now. We're not even podcasters. We are a brand that happens to have a podcast.
Well, we were an IG meme page that had a podcast.
Yeah.
That now has a clothing brand.
The podcast is always secondary to the side hustle that just overtakes the main fucking revenue stream.
It's memes. Everything is memes. Throwing Fits Cut and Sew is back for the spring-summer season. From overshirts to summer shirts. Let's give the people at home a little taste of what is dropping on
March 18th, Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Basically, Lawrence and I have created the perfect short sleeve button-down shirt.
Button up. It's not a button-down collar.
For your motherfucking ass. Yeah, it's not a button-up collar. It's not a camp collar. It is just a button-up.
This
short
is
sleeve.
The easy breezy summer shirt for all occasions that you and I have had many iterations of that were never perfect until now. So we just did it ourselves.
Yes.
As per usual. We got to do fucking everything around here.
Got to do everything around here. If you can't, yeah, you just got to end up doing it yourself. This is kind of a Quagmire, a John's Quagmire every summer. It's like, I want to wear a short sleeve shirt. Campies, we'll get into it whether we think they're like fully dead or just like on the back burner or like whatever, just not like the dominant archetype. You want a short sleeve, a lot of short sleeve shirts. The sleeves are always fucking billowing in the wind like a bird wing, looking like Dwight Schrute.
And it's not even because I'm like particularly buff or anything. Sometimes for me, I'm like, yo, why is it so tight?
That's called a European cut. So we hit the motherfucking homies back in India. Mm-hmm. We decided to custom develop this shit. We're going to get into all the details next week, the important details you have to know. This is dropping Thursday, May 18th at noon Eastern. The price is $170. Again, this should have cost, according to the usual typical industry markups, this should have cost $350 at retail.
At least.
We're keeping it $170 for your motherfucking ass, so the broke boys can play too. I'm falling more in love with
so
the
good.
shirt. I don't know if you can like catch this on the 4K because Chuck has asked us to dumb down the resolution because his Bushwick Wi-Fi can't handle the 60 gig files. Whatever, we're gonna have photos up soon, obviously, but there's some texture to it. It is easy, breezy, beautiful. Wear the shit open, wear the shit tucked in, wear the shit button all the way up, wear the shit one button like a little slut.
100% cotton, straight to nips, over a beater, over a tee, however you fucking take your porridge. This is a true to size shirt. Measurements will be on the site. There will be no questions. It's not like the overshirt that was maybe a little too big-brained for some of our noobs that have just joined the throw gang. This is straightforward. The big thing for me is that you really are going to be able to wear it to whatever the fuck you're getting up to, from a casual summer wedding to a coffee date to fucking
to a Bad Bunny
rager.
To a Bad Bunny at WWE entrance.
Bad Bunny.
I literally, I know we weren't supposed to talk about this, and this is the point that like just hit me, is that I've literally had to like restrain myself from wearing this out to various functions and being like, oh yeah, this is a Throwing Fit shirt, because it is that fucking good, and like it is that weather. Or we've had a few days where it's like this would be the perfect shit. I wanted to wear this underneath a fucking Our Legacy double-breasted blazer that I had to sub in a sunflower stripy long sleeve. I looked fucking incredible.
You did. You really did.
Thank you. And what made it even sweeter was that somebody else had recently posted themselves wearing that jacket and looked like fucking shit. Come on, you can't deny that. Objectively, they looked like dog asshole, bro.
I will say this. Our friend Derek Guy, if he saw that pic, he would have a fucking field day.
The pic of the other guy. You should see the other guy.
I'm not getting involved here.
I'm just saying that
I'm trying to shill.
This is a shirt that I've been wanting to wear. And honestly, I'm just fucking excited that I can. It's worth all the money we put into it just so I can wear this out into the world.
I never mentioned this because we weren't ready to like fucking tease it out. But I literally had it packed to go to LA, and I'm like, wait. everything I'm wearing in LA is potentially going to be flicked up, and I can't have the clones on the Reddit asking for ID on a thing that
does not exist yet.
Yeah, that does not exist.
It's one of 3.
Yeah.
I am the lucky owner of 2 of them, which I'm very stoked on because I.
Oh, you got a Lucy?
I got a Lucy. We got charged for the Lucy, but I now own 2. So
in medium?
One to rock, one to thrash. Yeah, both in medium.
You're medium. I'm a large. It is a white shirt with blue and cream stripes. The pattern itself, which again was custom dyed, custom milled. We developed this thing from scratch. This is not based on a reference, people.
No.
This was literally.
We made
this is trying to make an actual pattern, which is fucking impossible. Anyway,
So,
May
18th, noon Eastern,
noon,
170. Start saving your fucking shekels and bullion now. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. And
you already know.
even if I don't,
The
even if
throne
you
fits
don't,
difference.
even if you don't, all sales are final.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into a fit check and a drink check,
Yeah.
Larry.
Why don't you start?
Should I put this away? Or leave it out?
I think we've already done
Teaser
enough.
over.
Oh, not bad. Oh yeah, let me. I'm usually pretty good at these too.
Okay. All right.
Woo!
Goey.
That's fucking Bad Bunny throwing down the fucking people's elbow.
Yeah, we might have to cop a new camera
Yeah.
if you knock that shit over.
Fit
Which,
check.
thanks to the shirt money, we might be able to afford finally. Okay, on the feet, I was wearing chamula huaraches. I don't want to offend
like
anybody.
Question mark huarache. Yeah.
Yeah, huaraches. Feeling spicy, feeling zesty. The fisherman sandal discourse got my fucking dick hard all week. I can't wait to just break hearts.
Divisive footwear reigns supreme in the summertime.
I'm here to fucking. I'm here to kick ass and wear divisive footwear.
Wouldn't you say that a huarache is an easier entry level point for people that are like fisherman sandals, more like gay fisherman sandals?
No, the huarache is tough. I think because
Really?
it's so slim and sleek. It doesn't work with most pants. Even with fucking, I'm wearing it with the big shorts, even with like
Tell
short
Peter
shorts.
my cuffs are dragging on the floor type shit.
Yeah, with the fisherman sandal, I think if you get one that's chunky enough, it can work with most pants because like you're covering up like the ankle strap, and like if you're wearing a mule style like me, like it's covering up the mule. It's just the ass is peeking out, the BBL's peeking out a little bit.
If I'm being honest, I was just picturing myself whether it's wearing huaraches or fisherman sandals with shorts. Never even thought about the pant shoe interaction.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, well, obviously, but like maybe then I'm just gonna.
But I think with
wear a
a
sneaker.
with a shoe as
We'll talk
extremely
about it.
slim as the huarache, you need to think about not just the pant shoe interaction, but the fucking short to shoe gap and how like what that gap what that bridge what that gap should be.
Short to sock.
If you're wearing it with socks, which I wasn't.
Oh, do you wear? Because like with fisherman sandals, the whole thing was like, okay, well, I was like maybe sock. Huarache, I'm definitely would go no sock.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But they're from
So I guess they're
Chamula. Shout out Juicy Yuki, the founder of Medco, which is Chamula, Mon Italy, Yucatan. There's got to be one other one in there that I'm fucking forgetting.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we call it the West Coast EG, if you understand.
But yeah, I don't know if the huarache is going to be as divisive as there's like some chatter in the quarter on the Reddit about
for
one.
me is like, is there any cultural appropriation attached to the huarache, or are we like totally?
I mean, it's a Japanese.
Is that the woke mob canceling your fucking sandals?
Come for me. Your numbers are gay.
Yes.
It's a Japanese Californian making them in Mexico.
He's creating
He's a
jobs
job creator.
for Mexicans.
Yes. He is the true Sicario.
Mm-hmm.
So
the true soldado.
Yeah.
What is this soldado? I know what a Sicario is.
I don't know. Day of the Soldado, the loner?
Yeah, it's
monologue,
dude. A Sicario is a fucking Mexican hitman. That's well established.
Soldier. Soldado means soldier.
So
it's Hitman, Day of the Soldier?
That should be the title of the episode, dude. Hitman, Day of the Soldier. Wow, dude. Those foreign remakes are getting out of hand, guys.
Yeah. Honestly, run it back, though.
So funny, dude.
We talked about
Wait, have people made that joke before? That's mad funny.
I don't think so, because people don't speak Spanish. I don't know. Okay, huaraches on the feet. Again, weird summer footwear. Curious to see where this is going to take us. We heard you out on fisherman sandals. Fucking let's hear you out on huaraches and other fucking weird shit.
And
I don't know.
you. Yeah, it's like, whatever.
We're going to talk about summer footwear, I think, if we have time. Then I got the common Sweden fake snake, the fake skins, the fake snakes.
As if anyone would sell real snakeskin shorts.
Honestly.
Only Nick Cage's tailor, dude. Like, who else would ever, like...
Should we do it?
Dude, real snakeskin shorts, they'd be $1 million. Well,
So-
from
it'd
us,
be
they'd
so
be
heavy.
500,000.
They just fall down. They'd be like your Carhartts when Jenna puts the hammer in the hammer loop.
Well, there's snakeskin pants.
Yeah,
And you just
I
put
guess, but like
belt loops on them shits.
I don't know, snakes in shorts. Anyway, Common Sweden had an archive sale. Found out via the Discord, which honestly...
Which channel, John's?
Huh?
Which channel, John's?
I believe so. Honestly, the Discord, I've been using it more and more as a fucking resource to, like, find new shit, wear new shit, or buy new shit. And also, the Fit Check channel, which I never, ever, ever, ever dove into, is, like, good styling inspiration.
Oh, for sure. That's why we do it, dude.
Are you in there?
Well, maybe like if we follow Brenda's lead and we get a job board going, I could look for like a new gig or something.
I mean, I've been on just like Good Morning shit, but like I've been poking around and like honestly, shout out to the Discord because it is a very robust tool. I think.
For sure. I mean,
resource. It's a resource.
We already sold shirts. We don't need to sell the Discord, but you already know. I wake up, I open 2 gifts, my eyes. Second step, hit the cord. Good morning to the whole fucking throw game.
But I'm telling you, check out Fit Check because I guess there's some people that just like are only posting fits in there. And good job.
It's like
good job, everybody.
It's a React economy. You want those reacts, dude.
Better than the Mud channel. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Free
many things are.
Free Victorian hippie. Boris, welcome back. Okay. Next up. Oh, again, I don't want to hog the Fit Check, but I'm just trying to fucking riff it out here.
Go crazy, bro.
Do you have a favorite white tee right now?
No, I don't really wear a ton of white tees. They make my tits pop too hard. I mean, the blanks
that's gender affirming though.
That is the blanks that we use for our tees, Los Angeles apparel. I separate the art from the artist when it comes to our not our boy Dove Charney, the man Dove Charney,
our colleague, our work colleague,
our peer in the Johns game. Yeah, I guess. But I have some blanks from when we were sampling, and like if I need a white tee as part of a look, like if I was gonna do a fit with the new summer shirt and I needed a white tee under it, I'm gonna go to one of the LA apparel joints that I just have chilling in the tee drawer.
We've talked about this before. Is that like my go-to white tee was like EG, just because I went to the friends and family sale and bought like 10
with the split
collar. With the split collar, bought like
deets.
10 for like $5 each. As those have gotten fucking mellowed and yellowed with the neck sweat and everything,
gross.
What's become my go-to, and this is like fucking. It's called growth, Lawrence. You realize that like if you're using something every day with increasing frequency, like invest your money in that. White tees are my fucking summer go-to because it's like crazy shorts, white tee with the shirt over it, or it's like crazy shirt, plain shorts. But when it's white tee time, my shit, I think this summer is going to be 316, everyone's favorite pants company that's actually also a shirting company. Andrew blessed me with a 2-pack of the Pima cotton. It's a more lightweight shit. I had the heavyweight shit that I was rocking all winter, but for the summer, and I was a little scared that like my nippies were going to look weird, but they hide the nips well. My fucking mono ab is popping in the fit pick, I believe.
Yeah. Unlike the Mud channel, which is a 2-pack of ass, the 316 white tees are a 2-pack of gas.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So 316, which right now is my favorite white tee. But again, this is like, that's one of those things that changes.
We talked with Andrew about this on the podcast for like 30 minutes.
Yes. Well, that was many weeks ago, and I'm going to talk about it now, if you don't mind.
No, of course.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. My bad.
We're only at 13 minutes, bro. Minus 30 seconds because it took me 30 seconds to crack the Pepsi.
Or also, what I did just now, did I know that you were going to get that reaction, and I knew we would be able to kill another 10 seconds.
316 white tee, favorite white tee right now. Again, the white tee evolution in one's personal style journey, which is not a destination.
It's not a destination. It's a journey. For a second, I was like, fuck, dude, I can't believe he's fucking teeing me up, bro.
Okay, our legacy burlap sack ass shirt.
Show the people the back.
I wish I'd iron. It's got the fucking Joker on the back. Or no, this is the Scarecrow. This is Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow.
Yeah. Also, it's like ironing that is a fool's errand, bro. The second you put it on, it get wrinkled.
It's literally burlap. Somebody Sonny's, maiden name rings, sipping on a Diet Pepsi and Greenwood's finest. Lawrence, what are you wearing?
I wore the latest, and I believe it's the last colorway iteration of the Blondie Adidas Gazelle Indoors.
Are those getting hate? I feel like some people are like, these fucking suck.
A lot of people are saying that it could be sneaker of the year, which is how Donald Trump. A lot of Jim.
Oh, no, don't.
Should I do it?
No.
Jim. A lot of people are saying that the Blondie Gazelle sneaker of the year.
Yeah, but this colorway?
Yeah,
black and blue.
No, this one specifically.
Really? I've also seen a lot of people saying this fucking sucks.
When I say a lot of people, I literally mean in the group chat that I have with Wolf and Gallagher, we all got these,
the two
and we all think that this is the sneaker of the year.
They bought theirs. Well, Gallagher bought his because
Gallagher has to, and Wolf bought a pair as well. Okay. So I did not. Thank you, Daryl, as always. Thank you, Adidas Skateboarding. I am a big fan of.
I like the black and blue colorway is superior.
I think the texture kind of juxtaposition of the patent and then also the ripstop hits hardest on these. Not to mention, there's a little bit of green. It's kind of like a reverse Wales Boner Samba, but it's not a Samba. It's a Gazelle indoor that Blondie freaked for skateboarding, which I'm obviously never going to do, but I like it and I find it interesting.
I just think that the blue, the patent black and the blue is like a more interesting color combo you don't see much of, especially in sneakers, than like a cream and a green.
I did not get those for free, but I am not arguing that those are also a great sneaker. And but when they hit the 50s for the sneaker of the year category, which we absolutely need to fucking tighten up.
Sneakers, yeah.
We will just put that shoe on. Generally speaking, it won't be broken down by colorway. Moving on up, I have Uniqlo socks. I am wearing Our Legacy Dickies, or Our Legacy Workshop Dickies. I have on a Hanes Pleaser over that. I have a new vintage Armani button-up that I got from our boy Gerald Ortiz from GQ, who had his little U-Mall pop-up. Shout out fucking Kate. Shout out Elliot. Shout out Wes. Shout out everyone slanging out the trunk.
You've got Charles.
I don't know Charles.
You know Charles.
What does he sell?
He had the more military stuff at the front of the truck.
I think I just met him for the first time, but I actually don't know if we're.
Well, he's part of UMass, so shout him out.
Yeah, so shout out fucking Charles. Just like we kind of talked about previously, just like we're kind of doing with our new summer shirt. For me, and we'll get into the whole summer uniform thing, I'm calling this going Richard Gere mode, where it's
whoa, where'd you get that from, man? Is it because it's Armani?
I might be a little late to the vintage Armani train, but I am on board. I am sitting first class, and I am spending a lot of money to make up for lost time.
What other vintage Armani are you going to buy?
Well, I got a fucking sport coat from my buddy Doug. Shout him out. He's the fucking man. So that's two pieces. Both are vintage Armani from different eras. I'm thinking like...
It's a two-car train.
Yeah, it is. It's one of these guys right now. No, it's a 80s, 90s, vintage Armani flex, a la American Gigolo, a la fucking celebs at the airport, and it's not the kind of gear that maybe some of our British friends are thinking about. So going Gere mode is not. That's Richard Gere, man. That's a different thing.
You're going Schrader Schmozo. That's what you're doing.
Dude, fucking.
That's a cinematic reference for you, fucking.
Yeah, shout out Paul Schrader. Did you read the fucking
at home?
The profile that ran on him in, I think it might have been T. He's the man.
It was the New Yorker.
It was the New Yorker.
Yes. You got around the paywall.
Of course, bro. You fucking joking me? Mainly because I never read the New Yorker, so I have so many free articles saved up for all the good fucking profiles. Metalwood on the hat, Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, Hill City Boxers, RIP on the cock and balls, and I'm drinking a big old fucking 32-ounce hydro flask of Greenpoint's Finest to try and combat the Mexican dry mouth that is ruining my life.
Well, Mexican Adderall dry mouth. I was going to say, you've been rocking this fucking hydro flask like a little sorority girlie. Is it because you're on like FDA non-approved drugs?
I don't want to talk about this on the podcast, and I've been advised not to. I will say that normally
I have been a lot.
I'm the kind of guy that normally I am not even remotely drinking enough water. If you look at my pee, I'm not a team player, bro. That shit is fucking electric.
Your pee is darker than your shit, I believe.
But because of a supplement, whatever, that's neither here nor there, the dry mouth be fucking crazy. So I have been staying very active with making sure I'm getting whatever is the right amount of water a healthy person would drink per day.
Good for you, man. I'm sure they'll counteract everything else. All right, fit check, drink check complete. Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Yes, sir. Oh, and I was also wearing Sun Buddies on the roof as well.
Okay.
The Sun Buddies Lubna for all the people keeping track at home.
Okay, very important. So now, are you done?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast. Again, the only podcast that matters on this beautiful fucking Monday. First pod where we've had the AC on all year. First shorts pod for me, at least.
No way, dude. Oh,
well, we were in LA. Okay, whatever. That doesn't count.
Technically, on a home court, yeah.
That doesn't fucking count. This has been. We're coming off a huge fucking W. Where last week was the Brenda hashtag marathon of just like so much love, both from her and from like fans old and new. Mm-hmm. I think this was. And just want to like kind of revisit that because it was one of the rare times where it was just universally beloved by like our fucking guys that tune in every week, the people that fucking hate us, but because they ain't us. But they're like, oh, like I unsubscribed, but now I'm fucking back, baby. You got me.
Oh yeah.
By the fucking
what pod? I paid a chat.
Yeah,
hence
but
the cord love.
The fucking the fashion girlies that I think she brought in that are like that are her followers and devotees. And I guess this really was. I didn't realize this. her first ever podcast.
Yeah.
And it was just, again, the numbers were crazy. The reception was crazy. The promotion was fucking fantastic.
Not just
Thank you,
her
Brenda.
first ever podcast, but the way that I look at it, it's a perfect podcast. And I don't mean because the content was perfect, which it was, and that it was an extremely thoughtful, intelligent, hilarious 2 hours that will help you forget whatever fucking bullshit you're dealing with in your life. But as two guys who are entrepreneurs that run their own business, it did numbies. It was universally fucking beloved, and it was the ultimate audience share, not to mention she promoted the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
If everyone treated the opportunity to guest on the only podcast that matters like Miss Brenda hashtag, we would be fucking fresh air.
I know. Yeah, and I'm just wondering, like, who are the American counterparts? Because we caught her on the perfect moment where she was here for, like, to cover Fear of God, the Met Gala. She was just making her annual Mecca Hajj to America, to the land of consumerism, but not capital fashion, I guess. But, like, she fit the fucking, she was down to clown.
Yeah.
She, we love her as a person, and she was dropping fucking gems and darts and
bombs.
Fucking scandal reveals, like all this shit,
yeah.
right? Is there a person that, like, in the American fashion scape that, like, would fit that bill? I kind of have a few, but, like,
I mean, it's kind of like with the Mel Pod, right? Mel or Wooster or someone like that, which are all classics, and also that just happens to be two gay men versus a straight woman.
I think Stella Bugby from the New York Times would kind of thread that needle and just be, like, fucking awesome. She weighed in on the Fisherman Sandal.
What was
discourse.
her review?
Very advanced. Good job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's the problem that the haters have, which is that they cannot wrap their pea-brained minds around wearing a shoe as a man that looks like a woman's gladiator sandal.
This little femme leaning.
Yeah.
All right. Well, focus on the toe box, fellas.
Yeah.
But
what I would tell
you're focused on the wrong box.
I see what you're saying, and I definitely want to find more guests in that lane, especially if they're going to go fucking brazy like Brenda. But I also don't want to set this expectation because I feel like we never did ourselves any favors, even from day one of being like, we're a fashion podcast, because, like, if anything, it's just an interview show, and I would like to talk to a variety of people. So when the rare fashion guest does come on and everyone, like, fucking loses their shit and maybe starts chirping a little bit like, this is what I miss, or now I'm tapping back in, it's like the reason these can go so hard is because we don't do pods like this every week. And if we did, we would be another fucking shitty fashion pod that you don't know of because no one fucking listens to them.
I do think that it was a rare opportunity to, like, tap into, like, capital F fashion Twitter, capital F fashion TikTok, which is fucking crazy. And of all these people, it's kind of like the Jonah Weiner metaphor with like Gorp, where it's like the tide comes in. A lot of people fucking love it, but the tide's gonna come out, and a lot of people with next week's guest, which I guess we can
everyone knows
now.
It's a rapper. It's 24K.
24K Golden. Why you always in mode?
Which is all. It's like,
awesome.
And that's another fun one. I mean, like, I was maybe having too much fun. Like, I saw some interrupting Brenda criticism when it's like,
well, that's
it's
when
like,
you're first time.
yeah.
But that's the strength of throwing fits, and then we'll stop sucking our dicks after this. But it's like, like the guest will range from, like, a fucking super knowledgeable fashion critic to a rapper that's, like, fucking young and popping to fucking Sponto, who has a crazy personal story and is, like, actually doing crazy shit in streetwear. And probably some of the only good shit in streetwear these days, to fucking, I don't know, like Diplo, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's the whole gamut.
Yeah, and for anyone, speaking of keeping score at home, I am not lying, and this surprised the fuck out of me. I don't know about you, because you're typically more bullish, where I am bearish, and I'm glass half empty Larry, and glass half full Jimmy. But Brenda did fucking Diplo numbies, straight up. Like, to me, I did not expect that. But I think it proves, and this is the final point that I'll make before.
Which I told her as a joke, and then I was like, wait a second.
No, she did.
I know.
I now realize that there are simps everywhere. For example, our audience, look at this fucking beautiful, knowledgeable woman. Of course they're going to simp. She has her own fucking fashion girly simps that are fucking sucking her clit on the other side of the aisle, which, again, that's that audience share that we're fucking looking for, dude. And that was a beautiful kind of, I don't know, it was a magical moment in pod history, I think.
Yeah, helped have video on that one for sure. All right.
Yes, sirski.
So this past week, let's get into it. We had the 316 event, which was a collaboration with Glenfiddich, the Scotch which is, was there like an anniversary, or they're just like releasing this fucking expensive ass shit?
Because I wanted to. Well, dude, I had the most Larry ass moment. I had never put it together. This is really embarrassing. It's called Scotch because it's from Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That was news to me.
All right.
That was pretty embarrassing, especially
Yeah.
having that happen in the moment.
That's really bad.
No, this was like a special super. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm just being real, dude, with the best friend. So this.
Do you know why they call it Made in America?
Shut up, dude. That one.
It's Made in America, Larry.
It's not called Made in Scotland liquor.
It's okay.
All right. Anyway, this is the deal, right? Okay. It was a Glenfiddich Grand Yozakura single malt scotch that was aged for 29 years and finished in Japanese awamori casks.
Okay.
And that's it.
Shout out Andrew and Johan. And I guess it was great to like actually meet Johan, the co-founder of 316.
We met him in LA for the first time.
It's great to hang out with him, please, if I may. Great to hang out with him in person, like extensively, instead of just like meeting him briefly for 2 seconds at the fucking sandwich shop.
Sure.
Shout out those guys where, yeah, they were like, yo, come through. Jeremy Kirkland invited us. And this was a perfect storm of like menswear New York guys.
Not your dream, or I would say nightmare, rather, blunt rotation.
No, because it wasn't hashtag menswear guys.
Oh.
And I actually had a great fucking time there. I think it was the perfect event of just like the perfect gathering of like guys that I haven't seen in a minute. Fucking Nico, Jeremy always, whenever he's in New York, it's just great to see him. Yeah, I mean, all these guys were just like.
Who else was there? Fanny was there.
Big Beige.
Fucking
Delaney.
Peter.
Fucking Chuck, I think, was there. Was Chuck there? No, I saw him later that week. No, it was not a night where blunt rotation, even though I was off the sauce at the fucking Scotch event and not drinking the $2,000 Scotch. How was it? It's a $2,000 bottle of Scotch. I need to know, and I was asking everybody, oh, fucking Rob and Paul and Eric
all the
from
Mildred guys.
were there.
Oh, fucking
How was
Mordecai, Angela, everyone. Well, this is also what we'll talk about. We got our timing so fucked up because we basically missed all the homies. I was able to hit one little shot of this 2K shot. I'm the wrong guy to ask, and no fucking shots to 3-6. No shots to Glenfiddich. Fiddick? No shots to Glenfiddich. I'm drinking this, and I'm like, I get that it's special. This tastes like fucking shit.
But you feel that way about all Scotch?
I mean, I'm not a Scotch drinker.
Well, you don't know how to say you're not Scotch. You don't know what Scotch is.
I didn't even know where it came from until fucking last week.
I asked like
I'm not a brown liquor guy.
I asked a lot of people. That's racist. I asked a lot of people. I was like, how was it? Like, how was the $2,000 Scotch? And a lot of people were like, it tasted like good Scotch. Because like
it was smooth as fuck.
with a lot of shit, and I think liquor's one of them. It's like you can appreciate what is like the shit bottom shelf stuff, and then what is like the good stuff.
Sure.
Like what is fucking hidden in your daddy's filing cabinet or whatever, and like.
Where he keeps the Pappy Van Winkle.
Yes, that's a good reference. That's like that's a good Scotch or a good whiskey.
Yeah.
You can taste that, but like your palate isn't so fun. And I was talking to Rob from Mildred about this, and he is like a brown liquor guy, Scotch guy, whiskey guy. He was like, yeah, like I knew it was good, but the expert Scotchman, the Scot who wasn't Scottish, he was fucking from like Long Island.
Yeah. the Scotland of New York.
Yeah. He was like saying all the shit. And he's like, oh, and then you got to do like 3 droplets of purified water. He's like, yeah, this tastes really good, but I'm not getting the fucking like, juniper berry fucking or like the Japanese oak or whatever that you're telling me there is
from the cast.
But please, sir, may I have another?
Yeah. It was well, the whole drama was that they didn't know because this is super limited edition. I mean, we're talking about a $2,000 bottle of whiskey, so it's like how many free ones are we going to be able to have for all the for the Dream menswear blunt rotation? I will say that it was smooth as fuck. It didn't burn. It definitely tasted like Scotch. And in terms of like my relationship with brown liquor, which was which is relegated to a whiskey ginger phase in college, that was really it.
Well,
this wasn't better. Well, I don't know about better. I'd probably rather have that, but this was nice.
Follow me down this riff hole.
Let's go.
When you were in your hashtag menswear double monk days, I feel like that part of that culture was very much like cigars and whiskey.
Not me, baby.
But like old fashions. Like old fashions were the
also not me.
Okay, but just follow me down this fucking riff hole, please, if you will. During your hashtag menswear days, like, did you ever feel pressure to be like a whiskey guy? And be like, oh yeah, like I like my whiskey neat. I don't want the fucking water to. I don't want the ice cube to water it down because like that. Were you always just like, yo, let me get some Palomas?
Mainly like you at Clando. Mainly because at any of these fucking hashtag menswear events of that you're describing, there's typically a signature cocktail, and some of them, would be a brown liquor one, some wouldn't. I'm just like, whatever is free, I'm fucking drinking.
I just remember that, like, again, just as
I was never pressured in my own personal life to be an old-fashioned guy, a whiskey neat guy, or
well, that's crazy
cigars or
because
whatever.
in that era, I feel like brown liquor, like Mad Men, fucking old fashions, mixology.
Oh my
like
god,
beard oil,
fucking
like
mustache wax.
whiskey was a part of that fucking that collage of like consumerism. It was like whiskey, cigars, like what mustache wax you use,
for sure.
what fucking new American tattoos you have on your arms. And again, that as the anti #menswear guy that was always just looking at that and just like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like whiskey was always such a fucking part of that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm the guy. I get the give me the warm Peroni. I'm the beer guy. I'm the beer guy. Like, that's always gonna be like if you told me that I could drink a bottle, like me, if me and you could post up and drink a $2,000 bottle of whiskey, or we could post up and slam Red Stripes, no questions asked.
Yeah,
right.
Jamaican for beer.
Yeah,
Hooray
that's
beer.
that's just me personally. I'm sure there are listeners of this pod who are very angry that one, even though you're doing your sober journey, like you didn't even just take a little sipski because it is this special once in a lifetime thing, or that I am fucking deriding it publicly.
I guess I just had no.
It is what it is.
I had zero. I mean, again,
no interest.
Forget being like it was like my third day of the 45 days of like off the sauce, but I was just like, I really don't even want to like smell it or try it. Just not a whiskey guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
And again, if there's a fucking whiskey brand or anyone that works in the agency that works with a whiskey brand or a Scotch brand that wants to holler at your boys, fucking bang our lines.
Oh,
because we are open for business.
With that said,
we'll make brown liquor cool again.
After my allotted $2,000 shot, I
only got one. Was that the deal?
Well, no, I could have kept going back to the proverbial well, but we were kind of like pressed for time, and that's definitely a saver guy, not like a fucking shooter naturally. But I did hit the bar in the back, and I had a highball, maybe for the first time in my life, because I would never,
bro.
Yeah, maybe at an event or whatever. But I never order.
Kinfolk used to have highballs on tap, like.
Yeah, and I would never. When I would go to Kinfolk, I would do
Pacificos,
50 Pacificos, and I don't know, 130 bumps, and that would be the night. But
what is this, a Bretta dinner?
but I did enjoy the highball a lot, and that was from like the 14-year Glenfiddich. But that was nice. So I had one of those with my boy Dave.
You like him?
Dave,
you like him teenagery? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Nice. I like my whiskey 8. There's a lot of, again, like #Winter's like, oh yeah, I like my whiskey like 18 years and up, brother.
What are you talking about?
This is like, again, this archetype of like male bro Don Draper guy.
This is literally our part. You're describing our podcast.
That was like in the archetype in like 2010 J. Crew fucking GQ era, you know?
What did Don drink on Mad Men? Was it old fashions?
Canadian Club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But just neat or ice?
Old fashioned.
Rocks?
I don't know.
Huh, I don't know. I wasn't like, it was one like gotcha. I was just wondering.
I wonder if Mad Men is going to experience like the rewatch and re-entry into the zeitgeist the same like Girls did recently. I mean, we're approaching on 10 years of Mad Men.
Yeah, I think the Galaxy Brain take is that people should have already been rewatching it, because I think that like at least from what I understand now in a post Better Call Saul world, is that Breaking Bad is now like I think people think that it's overrated, and that Mad Men is Sopranos tier, and then and maybe now Better Call Saul tier, S tier, whereas Breaking Bad is like an A show.
Well, we're coming up on it's been
8
years. It's been just under 8 years, almost 8 years to the day of the Mad Men finale in May 17th, 2015, but it started in July 2007.
It's up there with, the best rewatch is obviously Sopranos. Shout out to fucking goats. I love a Mad Men rewatch, and honestly, I'm due for one soon. I did one during the pandemic.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. It was a mad-demic.
Yeah, dude, exactly. I fucking love Mad Men. Whiskey, misogyny, lawnmowers in the office, notwithstanding.
All right, I guess my only regret from the 3S thing was that we were fucking punctual pallies. I don't know if that works. And we ejected at like, we got there right at 6. Mm-hmm. We fucking chilled for 50 minutes, and we ejected, and it sucked because like it looked like a lot of homies pulled up like after the fact. And
or right as we were leaving.
As we were leaving. I want to propose to you something.
Sure.
I think that you and I both pride ourselves on our punctuality.
Yeah.
I think that people that are late.
If you're 5 minutes early, you're late. What did Coughlin used to say?
I disagree, because I don't think that being early is as bad as being late, but I think that being early is also a faux pas.
at a certain point. You can't show up a half hour early, an hour early. Obviously.
If you pull up, if you're scheduled to come here at 2 and you pull up at 1:50, I'm still like getting ready for your 2 o'clock
I will
arrival.
say that when it comes to boys only call times, you do a lot of stuff up until like the second that I like am gonna ring your buzzer, like either take a nap or finishing up lunch or getting a fucking coffee. So I can see that. In terms of like the 3S thing where we're pulling up and we're seeing homies, you show up 10 minutes early, you can get better FaceTime with someone like Andrew before he has to fucking glad hand his event, or Jeremy or something like that.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
to say.
But you and I think that like, look, we're a little rusty on our social calendar. Like, actually, everyone's social calendar has been like kind of rusty coming out of winter. Now that this shit is fucking busting. Like, I'm legitimately stressed about like scheduling drinks into dinner, into whatever. And
Drinks you're not gonna have.
Sure, but I can still show up and have seltzers and have a great time.
What did you have at 3S? You just get a club soda, or were you just going
I think I got
hands free?
I think I got one club soda at the back, but I didn't even need it because I was mainly just chilling with Nico. Great to see him fucking in from LA, and Big Beige. We were fucking big braining about potential partnerships later in the summer.
Oh, that's right.
But anyway, you and we decided to leave early, which was a shame because like a lot of homies showed up after. And again,
we had to leave early.
I had a great fucking time. It's weird, I know, but like going schmozo mode. I went schmozo mode.
Oh, really?
Not really. Like I was able to have a conversation with like 3 people all at once. I wasn't able to just like zero in on the person, like
target acquired.
Yeah, heat-seeking missile
I
ass.
want to find someone and I want to give them my all. I want to leave it all on the field, and then I'll move on to the next one and do the same fucking thing.
So you're a succubus.
I'm an energy vampire.
You're a vampire squid. That's what it is.
Honestly.
You're a parasite.
Real talk. Yeah, dude. I like to prefer to call all of my relationships, symbiotic versus like.
Well, they're one way.
Nah.
Anyway, we bounce. We go to this fucking brand dinner hosted by Bryn of Dime Piece. Shout out Bryn the homie. And shout out Amir of Bretta Watches. You're wearing one right now, right?
No,
Are you wearing one?
no,
okay.
no. I'm wearing a Rolex.
What happened to yours?
I have it. It's at home. It's
all right.
everyone is the whole thing is.
So you're a watch guy. It's in your rotation now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not a rotation until there's like a couple more. But I think it's they're not that expensive. They're pretty fucking clean. The whole relationship, apparently, this is what Bretta told me. Well, Joey of Bretta and then Amir was kind of like, Bryn was fucking with us as like a small watch option that didn't break the bank, a la Cartier, and they were like, oh well, we gotta fucking tap in with this queen on some official shit. Hence the dinner. I think that. I have been converted. I have never been into the small watch thing that a lot of like all the it boys are doing, and you can see all these people on Dime Piece. I like a beast with a little bit of wrist presence. I threw that shit on my dainty little fucking girly wrists. I felt good, dude. I kind of get the appeal.
It was the first time you experienced like subtlety and underhandedness, right?
Oh my god, please, that's pretty funny, but no.
Yeah,
it wasn't that. It was more of just like, you know what it is? Well, and maybe that's kind of like it's elegance.
Yeah,
and I'm not really.
Instead of like, yo, look at what I pay for this shit.
I've never said that.
With my $2,000 bottle of whiskey,
Rollie on the wrist, $2K on the whiskey,
$2K in the high.
Anyway,
class.
so we leave early to go to this other thing, which we then were like, we're early to this.
We're the fucking losers that showed up first. Which, like, again, we got to get out of
It's a seated dinner.
We got to get out of our fucking. I'm not saying we got to be on our rapper shit and our Tyga shit, but like, I think that you and I need to like get on a frequency where it's like, all right, we're not gonna be the fucking losers that show up because we respect people's time.
Yeah.
We actually are gonna disrespect your time at the watch event, which is ironic, and show up fucking late and be the bad boys of the dinner, which I guess you were.
We're not gonna be like our boy Chris Echeverria of Blackstock and Weber, who showed up truly on rapper time like an hour late.
2 hours late.
2 hours late to the seated dinner, which is
during the
baller, but also very rude, Chris.
At the pasta course.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Instead of giving, fucking free clout to Bretta, though, shout out to Amir. Oh, speaking of schmozo mode, if one schmozo, meaning me, finds his schmozo counterpart in another schmozo.
This is when it becomes symbiotic. When the energy that you are expelling and sucking off of one another turns into this fucking vortex, this tornado that actually strengthens the both of you.
Yeah. And if any of my new friends from Bretta ever hear this, or Amir ever hears this, I do not believe he's a patron, but he's familiar with the show. He's the kind of guy that we rocked and connected so hard. I was hearing about his divorce in 5 minutes, dude. It was beautiful. New best friendship. And then, of course, him and I were out till all hours of the morning with the rest of the crew, and we had a great night.
He also said to me, "Oh, you're not drinking. How do you put up the warrants?" And I was like,
Wait,
"Oh, well,
really?
yeah."
Wait, really?
He's I'm like, no, I'm not drinking right now. Like, I'm forced to drink heavily around this man at all other.
Not fucking.
Of the other 320 days of the year, yes, I'm drinking around
Mondays. I will say it was very smart, and I did appreciate this. Whoever did the nameplates for this, or did the seating chart, I should say. We were not sitting next to each other, which was nice. Get to fucking make some new friends.
That's actually etiquette at dinner parties. You're supposed to break up couples.
Oh, sure.
Right? And
that's fair.
And I think there was an expectation that once it gets into it, people get up and shuffle around and everything.
Mingle.
I always want to be at
Mix
a
it
fucking
up at the mixer.
And this is a dick sucking Ron thing, and he's never done it, but I always want to be at a dinner party where every other person has to rotate. So every 20 minutes, somebody stands up and goes, "Change places," and then everyone just stands
like a murder mystery party.
Yeah, everyone stands up and just goes, and you meet someone new.
Thanks, Jeeves. Shut the fuck
speed
up
dating.
and let me enjoy my course.
Speed eating.
The big thing that we need to talk about is the dinner was at Casino, which I have not heard the end of this place being the absolute best new restaurant in New York. And
From who?
I've heard it from everyone has been fucking, and I'm serious, dude. And not to mention, Jenna and I were out at a place locally by us a couple weeks ago, and we made a bar friend who is a bartender at Casino who was on his night off, and obviously he might be biased because he works there, but he was also like, listen, I know I'm a bartender, whatever. He's like, trust me, this shit was amazing. I thought it was good, but I don't know if I would call it the best new restaurant in New York. The scene was great, which if we're talking about New York City restaurants, that's 90% of the conversation.
Maybe. That's
Looked
crazy.
Cool.
That's crazy.
Crowd.
That's crazy that you're hearing all that. I was hearing from everyone is just overrated and mid, not doing anything exciting. I think people were stoked that it's in the old Mission Chinese spot, and which has been sitting empty for a minute. I have only heard that it's fucking overrated. And yes, it looks nice inside. The vibes are great, but the food is just kind of whatever. And I hate to say it, but fucking confirmed.
Damn.
And it's hard to judge a place off of an event dinner.
A prefix
because
menu,
they're cooking 20, 30, large batch, and they're keeping the menu simple to whatever can course out easily. There was some good shit, and also when you can't order yourself, you can't order off the menu and be in charge of what you're doing that night. Walking through the upstairs, I was like, yo, it's so fucking dark. And how can anybody even see their food? And maybe that's a trick. Also, having to go downstairs and walk through that scary hallway.
Yeah, dude, that was...
Goots pops, he's like, that was scary.
That was some fucking hostile shit. Yeah, that back party room, which also then has an upstairs. Did you go up there?
No.
There's tables up there too. It's a huge restaurant. And I don't remember if Mission Chinese utilized all that stuff.
Yeah, it was huge.
But I will say this also, location is everything for a lot of these places. So
yes.
Again, congrats to Casino for getting the real estate. We need to eliminate, in terms of the food takes, the one thing that I think we both agree on, you gotta eliminate the pull and peel your own shrimp. No, why are we doing that?
I understand I understand it locks the flavor in, but you can't even get the fucking sauce and the herbs and the garlic because no one's sucking the shells. The hack is to just eat the fucking shrimp without peeling
sure.
it.
You just crunch
which
down.
Is
yeah, for sure. I've done that before.
Oh, for sure. I don't think...
For tempura,
Well, the shell is off the tempura.
Oh, sorry. I'm also meaning the tail.
Oh, I'm talking about the whole fucking thing.
Damn.
But yes, peeling the shit, especially because you're at a cool guy dinner. Everyone has fucking little rings on and shit. You got to take them shits off.
Yeah, and fancy little watches too.
Yeah, exactly. It's messy. Fucking sauce is flying everywhere. It is great for sopping up with bread, which I was doing because I was a little hungry. But yeah, the food was fucking mid, dude. I did not like it. And it was so plain. It was chicken, spinach, carrots.
Dude, the greens were good. I like the pasta a lot. Dude, I love peas, bro. I think I've said this on the pod before.
Yeah, you're a big pea boy.
Throw fucking, I'm a little pissed, baby. Throw fucking all the peas in every type of pasta. I love that, dude.
Yeah. I got a bag.
We got to go back and we got to do our own thing. Maybe we'll take the Fab Five and do it right and try a bigger spread and maybe give another review.
If I'm going to White Chinatown, Dime Square, I'm going to fucking throw my name down at Servo's, go to Calando's, drink 8 Red Stripes, waiting for an hour and a half. And I was there last night for my 1-year anniversary, and it was still fucking so good.
Congrats to you and your girlfriend, who I believe we've never publicly named on the show, and we're not going to start.
Correct. the novelty of servos is certainly worn off. Like as the more that we've eaten there, and like
what was the novelty, like hard to get into?
No, like only being there. I don't know. I've probably only been there like half a dozen times, but it's like, all right, now I'm pretty familiar with like what stays on the menu. I've had like romantic dinners there. I've had fucking
bro downs
that got fucking sloppy and geary with Mick and or just Con and the boys.
Yeah.
Where we got fucking yelled at and like. But now I think I'm a VIP from last time, right?
Yeah, no,
because the GM reached out. She's like, oh my god,
yeah.
like let me know if you need anything. Da 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 da.
You have the not the bat line, but you have the bat. You have
the eBat.
You have Batman at gmail.com.
Yeah,
that's what you have. So you can email Batman if you need to get a res.
I got B-dubs at batman.com.
Can you get any? And I would also, by the way, I would like to utilize this at some point myself for JB. Can you is it carte blanche? Can you literally
I don't know.
Well, how did you rock your anniversary? Did you hit him up a week before?
No, my girlfriend made the reservation a month ago.
Okay.
Which that's the other thing is that it may not be the fucking hottest table in the city, but it's still honestly one of consistently fucking fire. And I'm sick and tired, and I talked about this on this fucking food podcast I went on.
Oh shit, that's right.
I'm sick and tired of French ass food and American food. It's new American. Suck my dick with the fucking half chicken and the spinach and the carrots, and suck my dick with the perfectly steamed fish and the cream sauce and the fucking beurre on the elebut. I understand that it's technically very difficult to perfectly cook the fucking fish with the chives, but miss me with that. I'm fucking over it. Servo still comes very well spiced, very well seasoned. My mouth is fucking watering. Talk about crispy shrimp, bro. The fucking fried prawn heads.
Oh, those are the best in the game.
I was ordered a second round just myself.
In terms of bistro bullshit, if it's not boys' night out at Balthazar or just eating alone at Frenchette, which fucking slaps.
Yeah, Frenchette's the one.
I am never going out of my way to do any type of bistro dining, just personally speaking.
Unless it's steak frite and a beer and a martini. That's it. But I hate that trend,
classics.
and it's $46.
Well, what do you consider
$46 for some elebut?
What do you consider Odeon?
That's different. That's different. That's an institution. They don't fucking rush you out of there. No. And it's
you can fucking post up there all day.
Yeah, which apparently Brenda did for 6 hours.
That's right. Yeah. With one fucking margarita.
Yeah, casino, pretty fucking whack. The thing about the food pod though, and tune in, I guess, in early June. It's called Taste. They have 120,000 followers.
Well, you said it's a part of someone's network.
Yes, Random House. What sucks? Speaking of fucking punctuality, bro, I bricked it and I felt so bad. I showed up 20 minutes late. It was supposed to be from 1 to 2. I showed up at 1:20 with a fucking Diet Pepsi in hand. So clearly I had made a stop.
Damn.
I went to the ZA store and whatever. And some guy just shit his pants and it was disgusting.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. What, like a homeless man?
Like an unhoused,
unhoused individual?
Yeah. I didn't choke him out to death because I just walked around him.
An unhoused, neurodivergent gentleman.
Yes, who had bowel GI issues, had just clearly had just walked in there with shit in his pants.
Is that weed stankin'? Nah, that's that guy who just shit himself.
Yeah, thank God I had the fucking tap to pay. I was out of there in a second. But I felt bad. I showed up 20 minutes late. The guy was clearly very harried. And I was like, "What's going on?" I'll just stay till 2:30. He's like, "No, someone else is coming at 2." So they do this thing where they line up literally back to back to back pod. He did 3 pods.
He had another guest. It wasn't another pod on the network. It was I'm locking in.
I was 1 to 2. There was someone from 2 to 3, and then there's someone from 3 to 4. I guess.
What?
So my shit was hella rushed.
How does he survive that?
He just honestly, it's very economical.
Does he not interrupt his guests? He just was it more
it's one-on-one. It's one-on-one. And he's just so
it's even harder.
He's like, let me ask you this top 3 slices. Let me ask you this top 3 places to grab a drink. But I felt bad because I was so rushing, so my shit was cut to 40 minutes, maybe 50 minutes.
Did you have spicy takes chambered that you were I'm ready to be the restaurateur version of Jimmy that I've evolved into?
No, I realized as I was doing my prep ahead, I was like, wait, my shit is kind of boring. I just kind of only fuck around in Greenpoint, North Williamsburg area, and
you're an old man.
And I was like, yo, my fucking reservation culture, bro. This whole thing. He's like, no. He's like, yeah, everyone talks about that in the food world. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Damn, dude. So your take was lukewarm as fuck.
Yeah, I just got castrated. My take got castrated. But he did confirm it's a real thing.
Yeah, of course.
It's a real thing. And he explained the flip side of it, which is that restaurants are trying to really wring out as much fucking juice as they can coming out of the pandemic. So they want to make sure that they have guaranteed income as much as possible. And
I get it. It just sucks as
on the consumer side of
a
it.
real eater.
On a consumer side of it, as a fucking food boy, it sucks because like you can't just walk into a place. But it is confirmed facts.
Let me ask you this: how was it potting alone?
It was nice.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Go on, tell me more.
It was nice
because I feel like when
I got to talk. My talk would end. He'd be like, "Oh," he would then say something to me. I would then say something to him, and be like, "All right, next question."
So it kind of was like a conversation.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Versus a joust.
Yeah, a yell fest.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So that drops next month.
I think so.
Taste available wherever podcasts are sold.
I bricked bigging up my boy Anoop's new spot coming soon. Strange Delight.
Your spot.
Well, his spot. I am but a fucking
Bro,
0.0001%.
Wait, you didn't
owner.
even get your plugs in?
Bro, I blanked because I was so harried by the fact that we were like, he skipped over mad questions. And I was like kind of a little, again, just so flustered and upset that I was late and it fucked it up for everybody.
I'm sorry about that. That
sucks.
Fine. Anyway, what's the name of, why don't you plug
It's called Taste. It's called Taste.
No, the
Anoop's thing is Strange Delight coming soon. There's a space in Fort Greene. That's all I can say. It is, see, my fucking mouth is watering just thinking about it. It's Cajun style oysters and cocktails, but it's not just raw oysters and raw bar. It's like a lot of New Orleans style food that when I go down there, I fucking love. I'm not just talking po' boys. I posted this shit. He had a pop up at Leo.
Yeah.
He had a pop up at number 7.
Are you gonna
kind of
have
more in your hood
as a 0.00001% owner? Are you gonna get a kind of situation where it's like that's Jimmy's seat, like that's Frank Sinatra booth whenever he wants it? Are you gonna be like posted up as the mayor?
I think it's like free drinks, free apps, and that's it. And that's why I did it. And also like support him, like try to get
that too. That part too.
Yeah. But mainly for me to drink for free.
Damn, dude, I feel like your clout at Bernie's might be just because you're gonna have to spread yourself a little more thin than you're used to.
Well, shouting out Bernie's a whole bunch. He's like, oh yeah, like you're definitely like cashing your fucking like house money. Like you're definitely gonna be the fucking, because I guess this is a pod that is like when I posted or when he posted and I reposted, people are like, oh shit, crazy crossover.
Oh really?
I guess it's big in the food world. Shout out Matt.
Fuck, never heard of it, but
when he asked me,
I'm gonna listen to your shit for sure.
When he asked me, I'm not putting you on blast here. When he asked me, I said, "Oh, do you want me to check with Lawrence when we're available to come in?" He goes, "No, actually, I was just Lawrence doesn't seem like a big food guy. Food seems like a big part of food and cooking seems like a bigger part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be maybe Lawrence can come in, at a later date, but I'm just like kind of asking you." And I'm like, "Oh, well, when you ask me, when you hear your family, or a package deal, which I guess isn't always the case when you get asked to come on pods." But I just made sure that it was a duo, a single, not a duo.
Yeah, we've mentioned this before, and the whole thing was like, no, Larry, what is he gonna come on and talk about?
How he doesn't eat?
Yeah, who's he come on and talk about? Yeah, I gotta go on Eileen's pod, bro. I gotta talk about some other fucking some high level important stuff, not fucking gluttony.
But you did some shit that I wasn't necessarily invited to, and I don't think I ever will get the invite or want the invite. Is you got a little peaky, blind, a little peeksy at the fucking new ALD store, right?
Nah, yeah, I went on opening day. Honestly, dude, you know how like you're talking about it with Fear of God, where it's like everything that is being created and is costing a lot of money is existing solely to be this non-stop kind of train of moments on the internet.
Yeah.
So like obviously, ALD is going to post a reel that's going to show off the new space, and I get it. Like you got to create those moments. That was probably fucking shared at the ass. I'm sure there's like a fucking billion likes on it. And I'm like, holy shit, this looks really impressive. I had, obviously like, taken a couple early peeks and renders and stuff about what it was going to look like and the whole new design language that was first launched at the London shop, which you and I have not been to. But, I thought the bar was like pretty high. I'm like, yeah, this looks fucking sick. I get it. And this is, forget about all the fucking personal relationships aside, straight up trying to be as fucking objective as possible.
Yeah.
I thought that in person it exceeded like what I think people are expecting.
What's the vibe? Is it like this is where fucking Churchill used to smoke cigars? Like this is we're playing snooker.
It is. I don't think there's a pool table, but it is.
Is there a fucking Porsche in the store?
Yeah, and I was asking them like because I saw shout out all the homies, Brandon, fucking Ted, obviously, Ronan, Joe, fucking.
All right.
Everybody,
you kissed the ring enough.
Yeah, truly. I was like, how did you get it in? They're like, oh, we just like literally took the doors off and drove it in. I'm like, but that they're like, yeah, so like also the hinges, but they drove it in.
That was
through
your
the
question?
Front. No, that was one of. But no, I'm saying you asked me. I also was.
We
wondering,
took it apart piece by piece.
No, I was
and
like,
put
did you
it
build
back
the
together.
store around the fucking car? Like, what the fuck? What kind of Ocean's 11 scheme is this?
It's a
dude?
Porsche. It's not a fucking Suburban.
But it's still, bro. We're talking about the doors of a store, not a fucking
store door?
not a garage
Store door for the pork core?
I will say the big thing for me is the scope. It's fucking massive. Obviously, like they are taking over Mulberry, and there's that whole like private club situation.
How's the
that is
clientele? How's the line?
Fucking dude, the line was the longest I've ever seen.
How is the quality of the clientele?
Everyone there looked like they were fucking ravenous to make it rain. So
Okay.
shout out to them, dude. The private club area is insane. Fully operational restaurant and bar, which is next level. Shout out Oscar,
that
the
ALD
chef.
line cook gonna get mad pussy.
I think that for me, again, it was all about the scope. Yeah, the dressing rooms are like a studio apartment in New York, bro.
so when
It's
you're
crazy.
talking scope, you're talking size. So it's big. It's
Oh,
big
and,
inside.
and the vibe is it is dark. It is elegant. It does feel very British in its kind of aesthetics, and I think that.
It looks like fuck Tammany Hall type shit.
Oh yeah, I think that. Well, I mean, when people think of
What was the
ALD,
music? Jazz?
What were they playing? No, they were
Some
playing
hip hop?
What were they playing? Yeah, it was. I think
Some
there was some
Tribe
jazz.
Called Quest?
I don't know. It was a sensory overload trying to take it all in. So I don't remember exactly what the
Some
the
Eric
playlist
B and
was.
Rakim?
Yeah, some Nas. No, it's fucking sick. So shout out to them.
All right.
I highly recommend it. I guess the hardest thing is going to be like, we talk about how the shopping in New York is bad, but that doesn't mean that there's nowhere to shop. And I think that this is truly a destination retail moment. I just don't know how long you're going to have to wait in line. Especially in the summer when when we got the fucking whole circus and crowd, which apparently is going to be policed a lot harder. But like, it's going to be tough to just pop in there without knowing someone. But I do highly recommend it. I was truly blown away, and I think they did an amazing job.
All right, everyone, make sure you go visit the Aimé Leon Dore store on Mulberry
I'm
Street.
surprised when I told you. Well, not surprised when because we had a little product development meeting in Midtown with our agent, our not like. Talent representation because we have no talent, but our agent for the factory in India. Did I tell you that I was going?
Yeah.
And you didn't have any interest in popping down with the boy?
No.
Did you go to Nepenthes?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you buy anything?
No.
Because you've been on a copping spree. I guess these common shorts prove that.
Common Sweden.
Common Sweden. Oh, the brand is Common Sweden versus
Yeah.
Common from Sweden.
Yeah. It was they were
Common
actually
ALD soundtrack.
yeah, they were actually the two designers who are a married couple. They were approached by Kanye like way.
Yes. Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeezy, I think they worked on like Yeezy season 1 or 2. I think they were also some of the first designers to depart from that venture.
Smart.
Common Sweden has always been strong, underrated, very like definitely out there. So like definitely like some crazy pieces, but and also priced crazy. But yeah, I was happy to hit the archive. So no, when you asked, I'm going to talk to Teddy. You didn't even ask me if I wanted to come.
No, I just wanted to see if you would, I don't know. I would if you would have been like, yo, can I roll with you? Can I tag along? Of course, bro.
This is okay. This is just said this a lot of times. The whole like ALD aura or just like world, if it's just one that I'm just not in, and I don't really. So like I don't even know if I watched the reel that they posted. Yeah.
Do you follow them on Instagram?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like
I mean, you were in the lookbook. Like we were, we did it. Like,
years ago. Again, it's just like
2 years ago.
the store reopening.
Yeah.
I'm not talking down on it. I'm
No.
just saying that if you're not like, it's one of those things where I'm not fully engaged in it, and so like it happening online, like fully fucking like mist went over my head, or like I was looking this way when it was happening over here. So I didn't even know that it was like reopening. I guess I had heard like seen like swirls of like, oh, new store, Porsche shit.
Yeah. For sure.
Too Fast, too
The
Mulberry.
line, that fucking deep queue. Yeah, it's fanboys. I mean, like they have built a fucking
I didn't see the
universe.
line. I didn't see the line until I saw it on No Lady Dirtbag.
I mean, dude, it was
like,
it was
what?
fucking crazy. And
Right.
yeah, I am sure without a fucking shadow of a doubt that they were just fucking
Printing money.
all day. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking gorgeous. And yeah, listen, bro. I'll bring you through. This is literally like
thanks.
This
Yeah.
is the Copacabana scene from Goodfellas. Like I'll bring you along, like fucking like my date, and we'll fucking walk in, through the fucking VIP entrance. We'll go to check out the fucking private club area. It'll be sweet.
wow.
I'll do that for I do that for you.
I can't wait to look at the car in the
As
store.
the Ronettes play.
Yeah.
Be
Okay.
mine, be my little baby. Can we do that as the outro music?
No.
Ronettes, Be My Baby.
No.
It's a great song. Dude.
Okay. We'll do it. All right, yeah,
Shout out Ronnie Spector.
Take me to the ALD store. Can't wait. Okay, what are we talking about next? Works park etiquette, being sober at the function. You want to do a little Summer Jones State of the Union. What do you want to do? Pick your own adventure. Choose your own adventure.
Well, I did want to know, like, we talked about, and this is real quick, the robust social calendar coming out of fucking, the freezing months. Like, how are you, what is it like mingling as a fucking sober loser?
Dude, I actually like it more, or not like it more. It's well, one, it's different, obviously. Two, I feel like I can do it all because I'm not waking up the next day just like, underslept, feel like shit, like can't work out, can't eat good, have to like order in fucking horrendous food. I'm ready to do it all, which is
the world is your oyster.
Which is a paradox because it's like, yeah, if you're not drinking, and obviously so much of these things revolve around like grabbing drinks.
They all do.
Oh, we'll get some fucking drinks. Yo, let's grab a drink. And then go to the ALD store. Yeah, I'm just ready to do it all, baby. I was at a fucking engagement party on Saturday night, which like open bar at this sick townhouse. It was hosted by a very famous writer, and I'm not gonna put their name on blast. But
yeah, I mean, I
even
was,
you as
I
a
was
fucking
familiar.
illiterate person, like
mainly because there's been film adaptations of his work.
Yes, and you thought that I was talking about somebody else. I was like, no, it's
no.
You were like, is it this name? I'm like, no, I'm saying the name correctly. You're like, oh, yeah, it's that guy. Okay, yeah.
Why was that a necessary detail?
Because it was funny.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay,
Yeah,
so
awesome.
anyway, so you're at the fucking engagement party at the sick crib.
Yes. And I guess like it's easy to be like sober, like the sober Sally and judgmental Jimmy. It's easy to be like, oh, you fucking idiots, you fucking drunk idiots.
Mm-hmm.
It is great to have like a complete crystal clear, like be the authority on like recapping events next day.
Sure.
Where if there's any doubt or any like kind of crosstalk, whatever, you can be like, no, actually, this is what happened.
You're the stenographer.
Exactly.
We
The
can
historian.
go to the notes and we fucking
The historian. And what you got to do is you got to for all my fucking sober soldiers out there, you got to like absorb the energies that you're up. Right? You are going up with people. So as people
you
are getting
also feeding off of other people's energy, just like
but I'm
energy
I'm not like sucking it out of them. I'm receiving it. That's the thing.
You're receiving it and you're giving it back, and I like to see, and I'd like to believe that anyone who's seen me out, I do the same thing.
All right. Well, I don't want to fight with you on this podcast any more than we already are.
No,
but no, it's about receiving it and like it's like going up with them. And yes, like being on mushrooms also helps a little bit.
Whoa! I didn't know that detail.
And a Zin, which I don't.
Woo,
which
my guy!
I had to spit out because it activated the microdose. But I was getting lightheaded again. So I think I'm back off Zins. I'm no longer Zinfidel.
Well, yeah. Was it 6 milli, 3 milli?
I think it was I don't know. I was just feeling very lightheaded. And I had
Damn,
to
my man was off. So you're sober, but you're off Zins and shrooms. I love it.
California sober.
Yeah.
It's just off the sauce. So I can look fucking snatched.
Yeah, for sure.
In 30-something days.
Yeah.
But
the timeline is crunching.
What's funny is that everyone, the next day, everyone's like, "Oh, yo, that guy was wasted." And I was like, "Bro, he wasn't wasted. He had cerebral palsy. Like,
yeah.
he was slumped and kind of like
I'll say he was slumped if that's his condition.
no." They're like, "Yeah, he's fucked up." Like he's just, I was like, "Yeah, he was. He couldn't move his arm, bro." And yes, he was a little drunk also. Like, yo, that guy that was like cracking jokes, he was fucking hammered.
Yo.
I'm like, no, he was just a gregarious guy that was drinking water with me. We like went and got water with sparkling water at the fucking bar like 3 times.
I will say, this is better than like going up to the homie like in person, like as a drunk person who going up to the guy with CP and being like, "Yo, my man is fucked up, dude."
I mean, honestly,
Like,
they
have
might
some decorum, people. Who
they
are you
might
chilling
have
with, bro?
they
God
might
damn.
have it might have been that bad. I don't know. Like there like people got fucking shitty. I extricated myself
pun
from that
intended.
conversation from the guy that had from the guy that had CP.
All right, do your Google.
It wasn't Michael J. Fox. I'll say that.
He doesn't have cerebral
Oh,
palsy.
Parkinson's, whatever.
Bro.
It's like, yo, my guy's fucking mixing martinis. Like, no,
no.
he's just got
No,
Parkinson's.
my man was buzzing off the fucking lines, dude. He's going crazy.
My man's shaking up palomas. No, he's got Parkinson's.
Okay, so you're enjoying it. With that said, I'm sure when the clock finally strikes midnight, bad and the carrot turns into pumpkin, but it's the opposite thing. I don't know where this is going. You're gonna go crazy, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, we'll be in Italy. Fuck, we'll be on our European
That's
vacation.
fine.
We'll be in
Everyone knows
Italy,
that.
and I'm just gonna have a week of gluttony. It's not even. It's also just like. It's like the drinking will like then you like order shitty food and you like don't want to
sure,
work
sure.
out and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like you're just lethargic the next day. Now I got a fucking projector in my bedroom. Shout out my girlfriend for the amazing 1-year anniversary gift. I was watching Succession and Sports and then I said, like if you're hungover, like you just like lay in bed all day,
Mhm. Yeah,
which
yeah.
again is that's totally fine. It's just like I'm trying not to live that way leading up to this one thing that we're doing in Italy.
One of the great
vacation.
side effects of my new, totally legal, by the way, supplements, no hangovers.
Really?
Which is super dangerous.
How's that possible? There's no way, dude.
Dude,
You were
bro.
fucking dying after the dinner on Wednesday?
How did I feel the next day? Nah, I should. How about this? I should have felt a lot worse.
Okay.
Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Well,
Damn,
you
that's
talk.
dangerous for you, bro.
Well, yeah, for sure. I did. Well, dangerous in that I came home and I ate 2 bags of Funyuns.
Wow.
But not.
You had like small ones?
Well, the mid bodega size, but that's what I'm like. What am I like going? Who goes into a bodega and instead of getting like an array, we're going straight Funyuns 2 times? Psycho
guy.
shit. But yeah, see, I can still get drunk. Like it's not like I can't get drunk.
Right.
But I didn't feel that bad the next day, despite the booze and the Funyuns and whatever else.
Damn, if you guys can get your hands on some Mexican Adderall and you
It's
don't want to hang.
it's not Mexican Adderall. I'm not talking about it on the
Mexican tapeworm?
show. No, I wish. That's what that would be the easiest, dude.
Damn.
And I'm not doing Ozempic either,
Okay.
which makes you shit and vom, and that's not.
Bad side effects. Also, you gotta fucking inject it. Like, ugh, I don't like that.
And the thing with the Ozempic that actually would scare me the most, like I get like crash dieting and like fucking pushing the limits of the fucking physical condition. I've been there, but like the fact that you go off that shit and you balloon right up, I'm like, damn, that is not a sustainable strategy for anyone who has any fucking degree of narcissism in them.
I know,
You
you
just
gotta-
get fat immediately after you take all your wedding photos or whatever. No way.
You gotta come off the Funyuns or get back on the Funyuns?
Yeah,
Fuck
dude.
that.
Yeah, I've been eating Mexican Funyuns, dude.
Bro, it's
Anyway.
been, look, I've done 30 days. 45 days is like definitely more of a challenge, but it has such a great fucking finish line.
Sure.
Where you and I are going to be doing an awesome fucking project in Italy. Like, actually, multiple, like, very sick dream come true for, like, certainly for me. Like, this is
Absolutely.
like fucking, like
I'm so happy for you,
like a
dude.
perfect storm of, like,
I'm happy
fire
for us,
shit.
but I'm
Yeah.
even more happy for you.
Thank you. Wouldn't want to do it with anyone else, brother.
Thanks,
well,
dude.
also couldn't. But
Yeah, there's no other option, dude. This ain't the Taste podcast.
yo, me
where
and-
you can pick and choose.
me and Dick Sucking Ron are going to Milan and getting
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
getting our style swerve on. And then a week in fucking Puglia, just eating uni, fucking red little shrimpies. I can't
Yeah.
fucking wait. They peel it off. They
Yeah,
peel off, they
thank
peel off
God,
the shell.
for sure.
Damn,
Damn, I
yeah.
wonder
So
what the cuisine is at the island I'm going to be on.
I haven't been to like.
I got to do my research, bro.
I'm trying to think. Like, I haven't been. It's been 1 week, right? I am going on a little mini trip this weekend, and I think I'll have like a glass of wine at dinner.
Really?
Just like my
You're going
girlfriend.
to break edge, bro?
Just like my girlfriend like doesn't
Nah.
feel like out like she's doing it on her own.
What about at your anniversary dinner? Wasn't it the same?
I had a glass of wine,
Wow, dude, I feel fucking lied to.
chilled red.
And the audience should as well.
Dude, it's different.
What the fuck, bro?
Normally at Servos, the order is a fucking vermouth and soda,
Yeah.
then a 50-50 martini.
Love the
Before the
50-50.
food. Before
Yeah.
the food.
Uh-huh.
50-50 is so good.
It's the best.
It's so good. Honestly,
I probably wouldn't order it though anywhere else because I feel like then it's like not. It's a signature thing. Even though anyone could make one.
I think that they use a special vermouth and like
They did the research.
and like their own olive juice, olive brine, and then the Leo martini is not 50-50, but it is a blend.
I've had those quite a few times. For me, it doesn't taste like the.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
completely
totally
different.
It's
completely
but
different.
a similar-ish concept where you're mixing and matching vodkas and gins.
Yeah, ginning it up.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Oh no. Yeah, I've been, and I'm stoked that like because you know me, I'm normally fucking Grinchy Jimmy, but I'm like out here trying to do all the drinks and trying to hang with people. Speaking of which, I gotta hit back the people from the UK that are over, which I don't think you even know about.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a double feature on Wednesday,
Oh no, I know. You told me about. Yeah, well, I guess we got to see them on Wednesday.
maybe. See?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't like a double feature. Hence why like we felt like we missed out on the 3S thing, and then we're just like at this other event, like kind of. I mean, meeting people, but like twiddling your thumbs a bit. Like
I got Johns to wear. I got fits to get off.
Give me one social engagement. I'm at that. Speaking of men of a certain age, as a 36-year-old man, give me like one thing to do. I don't want to do a double feature.
But if you double up, then you got reason to go to bounce from one to go to the second, and then you can always just lie about the second one. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go get some Funyuns, bro."
You fucking criticized fairly my crazy lingering after the dinner.
Oh, that was nuts.
But
that was wild.
I had a story that I had to tell. You were getting a ride home from Chris. I had to tell him. It was a story specifically for him, and I hadn't seen him all night. Not to mention he was 2 hours late, so I had no choice.
Yeah, fine. It was I guess it wasn't poor. I wouldn't say it was poor etiquette. It was just really fucking annoying. Segue into the next segment. What happened was, so one, it's really hard to leave a party with you, period, because you're a fucking yo, bro. Oh, when we doing this next? Oh my god, like fucking drink skis soon, broski. Drink skis, beer skis. You want to go to Finelli's?
Beer skis,
Finel skis. And like you and I left 316, and I think we each took like our separate paths out, and we like weirdly like fucking ended up exiting at the same time. Perfect. We walked over, had a nice talk. Chilling, great night out, nice night out. We were reveling in the success of Brenda because that was the day her pod came out.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Normally though, I say never leave a party with this guy because tell him you're leaving and get him on his fucking exit course. And
Tell
then
me half an hour in advance.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
This was a variety of that where Chris is like, oh, my sister's staying with me. She's coming in from the airport. I got to bounce like right now. I was like, can I get a ride back? He's like, yeah, absolutely. We live kind of close to each other. And we're literally at the door.
In the doorway.
We're in the doorway. I'm holding the door open, and you're like, yo, broski, yo, wow, gotta tell you about the Porsche ski. Like,
No.
I got a storage ski for you.
No. I was doing a favor. Not a favor.
What?
I was making a connection between two Porsche enthusiasts who are both my friends. And I just wanted to make sure that the Instagrams were in front of the right people and the right follow backs were happening so that two enthusiasts, hobbyists, owners, operators of their own beautiful collection of Porsches could connect over the World Wide Web. It's that simple.
That's beautiful. And there's a way to do it, and then there's a way to tell the story for 20 minutes, which you chose the latter. And I was just sitting there with my fucking thumb up my ass, waiting to get out of here because I was tired. And I was like, damn, like I'm trying to get to Bernie's because I'm so hungry because that food was fucking mid.
Go eat?
No, because Bernie's was closed.
Oh, damn, true.
But I was like thinking, where can I get can I get a slice or something? But I had to wait 20 minutes for you to tell your story.
Fucking slice.
Bad etiquette, but not as bad as the fucking fuckers that I saw in this past weekend. It is park season. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Sitting in the fucking park with on a blanket, half in the sun, half in the shade.
Yep.
Usually a bottle or two of wine, a fucking book, maybe like a shirt you ball up as a pillow. Maybe you bring out some cards. Honestly, from the pandemic, one of my new favorite activities.
Yeah.
Ways to pass time in New York.
Did you not do it before you had no choice? You're like, if I go outside, I have to social distance.
Yeah, but that was always
pasture.
That was always oh, I'm having a birthday party in the park, or it's a fucking big kids thing to do in the park.
Yeah.
This is just me and wifey, or just me on my own, or me and 3 friends. We're just gonna go sit on a blanket, just fucking while away the hours in a surrounded by beautiful greenery.
Touch grass is
New
a
York
real
City.
thing. If you're alone. Don't just stay in the crib being a depressed weirdo. Go take a stroll alone in a park if you have access to
one of these
public fucking greenery.
Yes, if you live in a green desert, our apologies to you.
Yeah.
Fill up one of these fucking big boys with I think this holds 3 beers. Do that. Take a book to the park.
Yeah.
Get on your Snow Peak chair.
Listen to an episode of TF, but just get some sun.
Yeah.
What's your the Isaac is doing his thing best restaurant. Yeah. What's your number 1 park?
McGolrick.
Yeah. That's your local, man.
It's my local, man. McCarran kind of back. It was whack for a second. It is a party atmosphere. You were there on.
Oh yeah.
You were there on Saturday.
Yeah,
Elliot
after you.
Fulio's.
Yeah, it was for sure. Also,
it's a party vibe.
That's the best day of the year. That was the best day of the year thus far. Weather and everything.
Yes.
So
it's a party vibe, but I understand if that's not what you want to do. If you want to actually fucking lay out and chill, for me it's McGolrick.
What did you say? What did you say? I'm a basic white bitch. What was the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want to fuck Taylor Swift, or she's your hall pass. So yeah.
Shout out Maddie Healy, dude, living the dream. No, and I only say that because my favorite park, and I felt like I had to preface it. I'm a Fort Greene Park guy, dude. A Fort Greene Park girly. Love Fort Greene.
Where do you sit?
Well, sometimes I'll go up, all the way up. Where the people.
All the way up.
All the way up. Well, what I like to do is I like to go to Bagel World. Get a bagel sandwich.
Okay.
I like to hit the benches right at the entrance, eat my bagel there, chill. Then I like to fucking stroll up, get some steps in, walk uphill, have a little cheeky cig. I know you're not supposed to or whatever, but come on, just had a fucking bagel sandwich.
You're outside.
And then when I get to the top, I'll post up. Do you remember one time you called me recently and you were like, yo, can we do some work? You buy a computer? And I was like, yo, I'm in the park right now.
Yeah.
That was a solo Fort Greene run. I was at the tippy top.
You're at the monument?
I was at the monument reading an article.
So you're sitting on. So you're a bench guy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I get the listen. If I'm gonna do like a park hang picnic with a bunch of homies, get the natty wine going, whatever. Yeah, you need the fucking real estate.
That's why I'm not a big Fort Greene Park guy, except for the tennis courts. Tennis courts are fucking.
Those
beautiful.
are. I mean, those are. That's speaking of fucking prime real estate. That's
the steps there, great workout spot.
Oh, dude, so many. I mean, listen, I've never done it. I can't say I've ever worked out a day in my life, but yeah, no, for sure, people fucking work out there.
The
all day, every
reason
day.
the reason why I don't like Fort Greene as a blanket spot is that it's so fucking sloped. Like the main greenery is a fucking giant hill, which has its purposes, and it's like
the pasture is very dusty and like the
it's
grass
all
has
dirt.
been
It's all
destroyed.
dirt.
Yeah.
But no, Fort Greene is not a fucking basic white bitch park.
Oh, I thought that was. Maybe I was just doing the getting out ahead of the narrative.
The Meadow and Prospect Park,
yeah,
is maybe more white bitch, or even like Central Park is probably more like basic white bitch.
I do love that. Right when you get into the park, there is a playground, which, or as I like to call it, an internment camp for children, where like keep these motherfuckers there so that like adults who actually fucking pay their way in this city, right, can like enjoy themselves.
I think that's one of the most annoying shits is when we need to normalize shock collars on children.
Facts.
So
Let's
that
go.
when they venture out of the playground, one, it's for their own safety, right? You don't want your kid running out of the playground.
No, of course not.
Shock that little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Also, fry that hoe.
Fry that whole like shrimp head.
Let him cook. Also, when you got your fucking little like patch, like your little real estate on like whether it's a beach or park, fucking set up the border so that when little Timmy or little fucking Tammy ventures out and starts with their sticky little fingers, starts fucking pawing at you and spilling your wine and shit, fry that hoe.
They don't know that the fucking trunks are from common Sweden. Get this motherfucker.
Dude, although they are nylon, like your shit would wipe right off. It's fine.
You are a big dog off leash guy, which you're fine with.
Send the dogs. Let the dogs run free.
Just switch the shock collars from the dogs to the kids.
Yeah, it's a fucking easy swap ski. Just let the dogs
swap skis.
Let the dogs run a muck ski.
Yeah.
I want all the dogs to come over and fucking snuggle up against me, and maybe I got some meat in my pocket, pause to like actually give it to them to lure them over. Ayo. And let the dogs run free. Kids on the other hand, fucking leash them.
I hate to break it to you, but your encouraged no leash policy on dogs is non-dog owner privilege. Mainly because you don't know how another dog might react to this beast that is now roaming free.
That's fair.
With absolutely unlimited impunity, immunity, whatever. So for me, I would just like to say, keep your dog on a leash, people. Don't fucking follow this man's lead necessarily. He doesn't know the game like I know the game.
Fair. Okay, fine. Non-dog owner privilege, but I will say having dogs off the leash that ups the likelihood that dogs will fucking sick and attack and eat the faces and fingers of guitar guys. Those are the worst fucking dudes at the park.
Yeah, for sure,
bro,
dude.
What compels
Thrash
you?
'em.
And this is true of like guys at the party that are like, oh, we'll fucking Wonderwall. Guys at the party, like, what compels you to be the guy? And I feel like there's been enough like teen movie scenes that make fun of this dude to be the fucking guy that brings your guitar to the park and strums along, thinking that you're providing the soundtrack that people actually want to fucking hear. And a lot of these guys are by themselves. And what does that tell you? You're alone for a fucking reason.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. Yeah. This is your instrument of not only creating music, but the instrument of your loneliness.
It's your instrument of terror.
Yeah. I hate those guys. Hammock guys, I know you have a lot of opinions. For me, that's like, what are you doing? Get a fucking lawn chair. Why are we doing hammocks?
Also, they're so high up. Yo, I posted this. I saw fucking bunk hammocks, which was insane. Honestly, it was very impressive. The guy the way that he got up into the second one, which was legitimately like 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
So he stood up in the first one, grabbed on to the higher one, lifted himself up, and like swung his legs in to the fucking hammock like canoe, and then like spun himself around. It was very impressive, but very fucking lame.
He's doing that so that like someone will approach him, and that's the fucking. You see a guy slide into a hammock. How do you open? Like, what do you? There's no reason to do that whatsoever.
To no one's surprise, so I posted that and then like fell asleep. And then Foster came here. Shout out Foster. He replied, he's like, "Yo, I'm sitting in front of these guys literally right now."
Oh, you doxed yourself.
Yeah, he's like, no surprise, but they're talking about high quality shit.
Oh,
so like,
wink.
No, not like drugs. They were like tech bros. They're like tech bros.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah.
The only high quality shit you and your circle should be discussing drugs.
Yeah, and Up your grind set.
Don't those guys fucking do microdoses and zins and stuff?
I don't know. He was like he had a fucking he was doing this really annoying thing this annoying bit where he was standing up for a minute and like mad people were just like, what the fuck is this fucking guy doing?
Embarrassing, bro.
He like strapped a Bluetooth speaker to like the upper strap.
How do we feel about that?
He strapped a Camelback. He was like camping, but it's like,
what?
bro, just don't plant yourself 10 feet off the ground and you can just have all the shit within arm's reach.
It's a new trend. They're doing it out in San Fran. It's called vertical camping. I got a self-contained ecosystem 10 feet off the ground, above the fucking frame, man.
I just filter.
It's the future. Yo, honestly, bro, it's high quality shit.
Yeah, I'm just hydroponically growing my own herbs. I'm filtering out my own piss. I can drink my own stuff.
Yeah, right. That's what the fucking Camelback is, dude. Filtering his fucking.
It's a circular ecosystem, man. It comes in, it goes out. It comes in, it goes out.
What was he playing on his Bluetooth?
He was playing bad, like, I think he thought it was very cool rap, but it's not what you wanted to hear on a Sunday afternoon. It was like Schoolboy Q. It was also at a.
There you go. Oh, that could be.
That being like that. Hinko.
That's a good fucking outro
Honestly,
song.
with Rocky, right?
Chiefin' like a motherfucking Seminole. No, that's not with Rocky. That's just straight up.
It's honestly pretty fun.
No, that song. No, dude. Something like what does he say?
The Hinko. Chiefin' like a Seminole.
Chiefin' like a motherfucking Seminole.
Anyway, fuck these guys. Fuck these guys. Hammock guys, fucking guitar guys. They're all just look at me, pick me, motherfuckers.
If you're white, you can't have a Bluetooth speaker, bro. I'm sorry. Obviously, if it's a fucking quinceañera thing, if it's a Dominicano fucking party, go crazy. White guy, no. This is racist. I'll admit it. You can't be a white guy with the Bluetooth. You just can't.
Yeah, take out your aux. If you're DJ, if it's like a party, if you're McCarran and it's a party, different. If you're at the chill zone,
that's what I mean. Just like
and you're fucking chilling and people are chilling and just fucking vibing.
No.
Do not be the white guy that's trying to set the vibe
at the
fucking chill zone.
Use headphones.
Just talk to your bro. Just talk to your bro about how you're filtering out your own piss.
Yeah, true. That's the other thing too. If it's a chill hang, like you don't need a Beats pill.
No.
But again, I'm only speaking for
whites.
Whites.
Right.
White women, white men. Otherwise, fucking go crazy. Let the chopper sing, dude. We just want to see what you guys are listening to.
Hit that axe. All right.
We want to hear it.
This has been another episode of the only podcast that matters.
That was weird, dude. I don't know.
Let's go to the fucking park.
All right, see you guys later. Bye.